Alright, everybody, we are going to play some DawnGate. This shall be my first game in DawnGate, and I am attempting to get used to it just a tiny
The battlefield
bit.
is chaos. You have to be ready for anything.
So we'll see what goes on here. I have no clue, honestly, other than watching just a couple of super quick videos to see roughly the idea behind this game. I have no actual idea how it's played since it doesn't have, and yes, we aren't going with a hunter, which means it looks like we do not have a jungler necessarily, unless Mika is maybe planning to go that way. Also, I've gone with the absolute default loadout. And somebody is not actually picking on me because I chose Varian. Again, one of the default champions in the game. I'm not going to go through any of the builds or any of that junk. This is clearly a let's just see how this goes. Alright, well, that took a hot second to get into the game.
Time to earn my keep.
Alright, well now we're in the game after much attempt at loading and working. Let's see, Celerity Shell, we'll go ahead and take an ability here. We'll try and get the bot lane and do a little bit of damage and see if we can't gain a level or two off of things.
Your spirit well is under attack. Your binding is under attack.
Whoop, I am extremely low level.
Your spirit well is under attack.
Blink.
Backtrack! Out of my way. I'll take care of it.
Your spirit well is under attack.
Whoa.
Later we'll go dicey.
How do I use my potion? There it goes. The key bindings are a little different
Spirit well is under attack.
If the money's right.
than some other MOBAs. Fortunately, my teammates were nice enough to go ahead and tell me to retreat. Sucks a little bit coming into the game late. We will go ahead and
Your spirit well is under attack.
Backtrack!
Your binding is under attack.
carve them up.
I'm going.
An ally has been slain.
Again, just trying to get
enemy
used to
has
the
been
overall
slain.
layout and function of this game. As you can see, there's two lanes, a top and a bottom. Over here is where the parasite
I'll
spawns.
take care of it.
And in here is where the enemy minions are. Here are where ours are.
An enemy has been slain.
And those will allow us to
binding is
actually
under
take
attack.
control of a lot of resources. So that's nice, but what I need to do is get some experience.
Need a horse.
There we go. So let's go ahead and do the insight shell.
Go to work. That's how it is.
Gets in on the enemy tower there.
clear shot. I'm working on it.
We are in just a little bit of trouble here.
Time to earn my keep. Clear a path.
Trying to get as much poke in as we can along the way here.
I've got a job to do. Watch this.
I'll take that.
Enemy killing spree.
Tiny bit of gold along the way. An enemy killing spree is not the greatest thing in the whole world, but I think we can get some decent pressure on this tower here.
Got the clear shot.
Would be extremely good for us. Or an enemy binding, I should say. That's what it's called.
Take a look. They won't know what hit them.
Looks like they got a good gang set up on us. Last hitting in this game is just a little bit different than some other games. I'm trying to probably get some damage in on this guy. That's not going to happen. Last hitting in this game, depending on the class you choose, is just a little bit different than trying to play League. Or Dota for that matter. Some classes actually do essentially what a support does.
Not me anyway.
At least with certain itemization, and that is they're able to utilize
He's a horse. Primed and ready.
just being in the presence of an area, kind of something similar to an ancient coin, I should say, for support players for those League of Legends games. Something very similar to the ancient coin as far as last hitting goes.
An ally has been
I
slain.
unfortunately haven't taken one of those. I'm trying to not take a terrific amount of farm, but I'm also trying to keep the lane from getting pushed.
Your binding
takes
is
just
under
a
attack.
tiny bit
Your
of use
spirit
to we're
will is
looking
under
to go ahead and
attack.
capitalize
Your
on our
binding has been
resources here,
destroyed.
which is something I'm hoping to not let happen necessarily.
Later we'll go dice.
An ally has been slain.
But it's not necessarily something I can stop either.
I'm going.
Okay, we gotta pull back out of there. Let's just go ahead and put some more pressure back on this turret. We did not lose our resource. That is good.
Later we'll go dice.
As much auto attack damage as I can. Oh, taking
Has been slain.
I took far too many turret shots there, so that was unfortunate. Let's see. I'm going to go the consumption route. Again, not necessarily knowing what the builds are. I didn't spend all that much time researching at this point in the game. It seems that some of the people I'm playing with do know what they're doing, so that is good. Maybe, just maybe, I will eventually be decent enough at this game. And by that I mean maybe 2 or 3 matches in order to put out a proper video. But after a night of hard-fought ranked games in the League of Legends, I decided to play something a little different, though I'm wary of this game as it is EG based, and I do have a certain level
Enemy
of
killing
detestation for EG on a fundamental
An enemy is relentless.
On a fundamental level. They have a tendency to bother me extremely.
Primed and ready.
With the majority of games they do, it looks like they did not have a MOBA, and so they chose to add this game into their repertoire, which is fine.
Your binding is under attack.
Hold them under.
Hold this position.
They won't know what hit them.
So we will see what we can make happen here. I'm getting about to the point where I can go ahead and hold this binding on my head. Which is nice. It's see if we can't get a kill here. There we go. And now we got our ultimate chaos shot.
Can't rush. Great.
And let's try and put a little bit of damage down on this guy. And see if we can't take this binding ourselves. Oh, there it goes. There's the shot for the binding.
Enemy binding
That
has
before I
been
get
destroyed.
Alright, that looks good. I'm going to go ahead and back into some brush where I will become invisible. And see if we can't gather another resource yet. Not quite. Assimilation and veracity we will go into. Not certain which yet, and it doesn't really matter as I don't currently have the resources for it. As you can see, Matalorf is looking at pushing into this resource a little bit. The more of these things he kills, the more gold they lose. And if we actually capture this objective, it takes down the gold that they can garner in the game significantly.
Out of
I'm
my
going
way.
to come and help them out. Oh, I actually just got defeated. Apparently Bob is pretty darn bad. I'm trying to push this gentleman in under the turret so that he will take that damage there. It goes.
An enemy is
I'm
astounding.
unfamiliar with the amount of
An
shutdown
enemy has been
gold, or
shut
if you
down.
get shutdown gold,
An ally has
or
been slain.
PIM, or whatever the currency is in this game. I really didn't get a chance to, you know, let's just screw that. Fuck that. I didn't care to look it up enough
Your spirit
to
well
figure
is
out.
under
Again,
attack.
this is the first
Your
game,
binding has been destroyed.
and they didn't actually...
Money's right.
Your spirit well is under attack.
Be there.
Your
They didn't
binding is under
actually
attack.
Need a horse.
bother to give you a tutorial
Evacuate.
of any kind.
Your spirit well is under attack.
I'm on it.
Even League of Legends gives you,
take care of
pardon
it.
me, I had to actually play for a second, it gives you a relative tutorial, which is kind of nice.
I'm going.
And a relative tutorial is extremely
An
helpful.
enemy is dominating.
Even League of Legends is looking to actually change the way they do their tutorials, which is kind of nice.
Your
I was in
spirit
jungle
well
camp,
is
I just
under
walked
attack.
by. Nice to see that the, I'm going to get out of there as quickly as I
Your
can.
spirit well is under attack.
There's nothing I can do there. Attacking the spirit well.
Enemy captured your spirit well.
I'm going to throw my ulti down, throw some other stuff down, and I'm depleted absolutely again. As much damage as I try to throw down
Enemy
just
double kill.
isn't enough. I'm going to go ahead and take assimilation.
Lives away.
See what else I can do for an offensive item. See if I can get a little closer to rage.
Enemy killing spree.
So their talent tree, their role tree, things like that are just a little bit different than some of the other games. They're actually super
It's
cool,
just a flesh wound.
and things that I'm not going to show you in this video that you can actually find in other videos, which I may show in another one.
I'm going.
The way you can set up essentially your runes and masteries, it's a very unique take
This won't hurt.
on the
enemy
way
has
most of
slain the
these
parasite.
games work as far as itemizing goes, which is a very, very neat idea.
I've got the clear shot.
And again, I went with the absolute default specs,
I've got the job to do.
so I'm happy with the way things are turning out, but I probably could have itemized myself way, way, way better than I had. I'm going to run away from here like a
In a minute.
There we go. enough distraction to go ahead and do that and hopefully take down this
Your spirit well is under attack.
The money's right.
Let's see if we can take out some of these essentially super minions along the way.
Spirit well is under attack.
I am far too inept at this game, by the way, to know whether or not they have taken that
An ally
parasite
has
in the
been
middle.
slain.
Go ahead and hit my ult on that guy again. Add a little more damage in. There you go. Oh!
An
I
enemy has been
even
shut
got
down.
a kill. So that is super, super, super good. I'm gonna go ahead and assist with that jungle camp a little bit.
Fall back, colleagues.
The point of the game that I'm hoping to get to very quickly, though I've heard that these games can take up to an hour sometimes, is the boss, or the Nexus, or whatever you want to call it. It's actually kind of a unique take on the way those things work in a lot of games. In as much as it has abilities that are planted to certain orbs. And if you kill those orbs, you will have a very strong ability. I have lifesteal in some of the items I've built, and therefore I want to keep killing things. Or working on them at least. The boss will be located up here. These orbs have very specific abilities, and you want to kill those things in order to deter certain abilities from the boss. The boss is shielded until you can actually kill those abilities. We may get extremely lucky and get our first win in our very first game. I'm going to go ahead and help get through some of these resources as quickly as possible. We're going to go ahead, and this is hurting their gold income as we go along here. They've hurt us, and now we're working on hurting them by taking their spirit wells.
Out of my way.
I'm going to go ahead and steal some of their jungle camps.
Not yet.
As that will obviously help make us nothing but
Reloading.
stronger.
Time to go to work.
Your team has
Shot
captured a
off with that
spirit well.
I should, in the very near future, actually go back myself.
Later, little nice.
Oh!
You have been slain.
Well, there that goes. At least I didn't offer any real shutdown
Your
gold.
spirit well is under attack.
60 power, 30 power, 10 defense, 50 power, 250 health. We're going to go with destruction.
Your spirit well is under attack.
I don't know, maybe vengeance.
Your
I don't know.
binding is under attack.
What we're going to do is res as quick as we can and get out and try and kill this asshole.
No escape.
The items for this game, obviously, as it's a new game and it is in open beta, are going to take just a little bit of research to try and figure some things out. Again, I watched only very rudimentary videos when I went to do my research on the game. I thought I would just go ahead and dive in and give it a shot and see what happens. There are some things that I'm not crazy about with the keybind, but that is predominantly because I don't necessarily...
Out of my way.
They're not my typical bugs. Such as that blink there that I fumbled on 800 times.
Oh, what hit?
A lot of things are default keybound and I don't really know how to use them.
Binding is under attack.
Yeah, there we go. Go ahead and utilize that turret to get that kill. I'm going to back real quick. And then come back into the lane as quickly as possible. I'm going to take more power since it seems I have a little bit more burst doing that.
I've got a
I
job
want
to
to save this binding as much as possible.
Your binding is under attack. Your spirit well
I have not taken another summoner spell, which I should have.
has been slain. An enemy has been slain.
There we go.
You have slain an enemy.
Wow, I actually got another one. Okay, let's
Your
take
spirit well
another
is under
spell.
attack. Your binding has been destroyed.
Regain a shield. Oh, that's an instant
spirit well
Zonia's.
is
Let's
under
take an
attack.
instant Zonia's. As long as I can remember to hit the number 2, I might be okay. My blink is on another 200
Your
second
spirit well
cooldown.
is under attack.
Go ahead and help out with the spirit well here. Just try and hit that golden come a little bit.
Your spirit well is under attack.
Oh, so
Your
that's a
team has
secondary
captured a spirit
teleport.
well.
That's cool.
Your spirit well is under attack.
that on my time.
Your team has captured a spirit well.
Time to earn my
Okay,
Your
I
spirit
think we're
well
getting
is
somewhere
under
now.
attack. Your spirit well is under attack.
Clear a path. Always been money, right?
The enemy captured your spirit well. Your spirit well is
Oh,
under
no,
attack.
that's not working in. Oh, we got super ganked there. This is kind of an odd game to try and cast anything of.
Your spirit well is under attack.
What was
The
that?
enemy captured your spirit well.
Defense penetration. Okay, I'll buy that.
Take the tree whale.
Okay, it looks like they're trying to get an attack set up on the parasite, which is cool. We'll go up and do that. Thank God I'm playing with people that actually know what they're doing this game. It's always a good introduction to a game. I
spirit well
couldn't
is
be
under
doing
attack.
that bad.
An enemy has been slain.
As I did manage 3 whole kills all by my lonesome. Looks like we're going to wait on the parasite in order to try and push some of these lanes out
An
and
enemy
get a
has
couple
been
of
slain.
get just a couple of team kills to try and stave off these runs.
An ally has been slain.
Sorry, bro, I cannot really save you. I do have a secondary teleport though, which is extremely nice. Wow. That was a massive amount of burst damage. Okay.
Your spirit well is under attack.
They're our target.
We're getting there. I'm learning, but it's slow. Very, very slow. And we are clearly behind in
Your spirit well
kills.
is under attack.
So we may know what we're doing kind of as a team as a whole, but apparently they know what they're doing better as a team as a whole.
An enemy
Which I
is
again do
relentless.
blame in part on not having an actual tutorial system in the way this game works. Your only option to get into a game is to either bring friends who, again, hopefully know what
Your
they're
spirit
doing,
well is under attack.
or you solo
Got a
queue.
job to do.
It's essentially like jumping into ranked immediately as you start to play because it does ladder you. Stun him, hit him, do something. Coming in.
Later will be nice.
An ally has been slain.
Boom.
You have slain an enemy.
Last hit, motherfucker.
I'm going.
Going to Parasite now.
Ah, watch this.
Okay, we're gonna do this Parasite thing. Never seen a Parasite done before, so this is pretty cool. Apparently my abilities do damage as well on the Parasite, so that's neat. It would be helpful if we had more members around. We're kind of juggling aggro, as you can see. I should realistically be staying back just a little bit farther than I am. It looks like we'll be able to take it now with 4 people. So what this is essentially going to do is give us a couple of cool buffs along the way. What those buffs are, I will probably not break down in this current version of this video.
Time to earn my keep. An enemy
There we go. Well, apparently whatever I'm building properly.
Your binding is under attack.
Retrograde.
Because I'm managing to get
Your
kills.
binding has been destroyed. An ally has been slain.
It looks like nobody is with me.
No retreat. Stand or die.
Killing spree.
There we go.
An ally has been slain.
Clear a path. If the money's right.
Oh boy. People even say I'm doing okay.
I'm working on it.
So that's alright.
Will go dice.
So far my experience with the community here is that they are not a set of bad dudes.
Not me anyway.
So if we can just keep this up, keep rolling. I do have 6 deaths. I'm assuming my role is kind of something like a
They won't know what it is.
marksman.
Got a job to do.
No challenge.
I'm going.
I'm assuming 6 deaths is probably not good anyway to cut
It's
it.
no fun if they don't move.
Carve them up.
Time to earn my keep. Right and
Repositioning is easy to... Oh no, there I go. I tried, I honestly did have another teleport, and I had my stasis to use, but I neglected to use any of that. I'm going to go ahead and get more destruction.
An enemy has been slain.
Get rage. Now there's aggression, and I will start moving into rage.
Enemy double kill.
I actually am thoroughly
An ally has been shut down.
enjoying this game and the way
Your
it
team
works.
has
I think
captured
this
a
is kind of a
spirit
unique
well.
take on the old MOBA idea. It's 31 minutes in and we haven't even cracked a base yet, which is ridiculous. Just ridiculous to think about. I'm going to actually be very sad because I was planning on a little less hard drive space than this.
it's just a flesh wound.
Even with 2 terabytes available and sitting there, I am worried. I'm just not going to have enough.
Ah, watch this.
Alright, let's get him.
Out of my
An
way.
ally has been slain.
There we go.
An enemy has been slain.
I'm here to help.
Okay, I'm starting to get a...
Later we'll
starting to get a substantial bit of burst.
clear a path.
And so we're going to do our level best to use that to the true level best of our advantage. I couldn't care less if anybody steals my kills right now as long as we win. I don't even understand necessarily the concept of snowballing in this game. I do understand, whoa, that we need to get this turned out.
Your spirit well is under attack. An enemy has been slain.
I keybound very wrongly into a different
Allied
game
double kill.
and wasn't thinking about it, so my
Allied killing spree.
instinct said hit this button, and that button was entirely wrong.
Task.
So, let's try and not do that again. I was typing all chat, not in reference to me.
An ally has been slain.
And Das Moonbat needs to be extremely careful. I don't really understand what's going on between those two. Well,
Allied double kill.
relentless indeed. That's good. I will
An
accept that.
ally is dominating. Your team has captured a spirit well.
No time for a nap. I'm going.
I would say things are going fairly well here. And yet, at 33, let's just call it a happy 34 minutes,
Time to earn my
neither team has cracked a base. So I believe we have got nearly all of the outer bindings down.
horse.
Looks like they have all of our outer bindings down.
Time to go to work. Now watch this. Boom. I'll take
Not
care of
doing
it.
my best to help clear these
Your
things.
spirit well is under attack. Has been devoured. An ally has been shut down. An enemy
Alright,
has
there
been
we
slain.
go.
Send me my cut later. Clear a path. Ching.
There's a lot of different intricacies to learn to this game, kind of like
Time to earn my key.
Dota. There's a lot of metagaming shit that's got to go on, and that's kind of cool.
Time to go to work. Bonus. Later we'll go dice.
But it is definitely a different game than some of the others. MOBA style that people play. And that was me properly using the teleport this time. I'm going
Your
to run
spirit well is under
quite
attack.
literally like a little girl.
If the money's right.
Okay, this guy's attacking our base currently.
Clear shot.
And while he's attacking the base, he's going to get certain abilities taken from the enemy champion. I am going to try really hard not to throw here. Oh, but I did. Oh, but I think we can. No, Metalorph isn't going to get in there fast enough. Ow.
You have slain an enemy.
Hey, there we go. The amount of damage that I gave him was the last bit, and
enemy
he was
captured
able to
your
get out
spirit
before the
well.
turret didn't grab him. Aggro. So that is nice. And I'm going to grab Abolition and grab some power in addition to haste. And then hopefully I can get out in time to actually help things here. This is something I didn't know and was unclear on. But the parasite does respawn, so that's really nice. So it looks like we're actually turning this game around quite heavily. As you can see, the score gap is narrowed up a bit. We're actually winning in objectives relatively. They did get some attacks in on our base, but it's not necessarily enough to
Just a
do
flash.
anything to us.
An enemy has been slain.
Oh, and
An
it looks
ally
like the
has been
parasite
slain.
has actually taken
The enemy team has been annihilated.
us down.
Steady hands, fishes.
So we're going to go back to Parasite.
Base.
I'm going to be on my way there.
This won't hurt. Well, not me anyway. God.
I could use some help. Doesn't look like I'm going to make it. Woohoo!
Later we'll go dicing. Cover me. I've got a job to do.
Your spirit well is under attack.
Alright.
Your spirit well is under attack. The enemy captured your spirit well. An ally has been slain. Your spirit well is under attack.
Okay.
The
This is
enemy
nice. The
captured your
community
spirit
here is
well.
still so young that they're actually helpful.
If the money's right. Out of my way.
An enemy has been slain.
There we go. I'm gonna throw my ult down. Am I gonna get out? No.
An enemy has been slain.
Oh, I did get out. I got out.
Ally double kill.
I've got the clear shot. I'm going.
An ally has been slain.
I do have a little bit of life steal in my kit, so I'm gonna try and use it.
Your binding is under attack.
Nope. Time to leave. We did get some good assist work in there.
Smite them!
Your binding has been destroyed.
I'm going to go and try and get down on Shades.
I need a horse.
See if I can't do anything to him. I'm going to add a spell. I think we're going to go with Exceed.
They will.
Not that, as you notice, I'm terrifically good at using any of these spells that I come up with. Again, the key bindings are kind of derpy. I hope it's something they allow for more customization with in later versions of the game. But right now, your main abilities are bound to QWER.
Later we'll go
Your spell abilities are bound to 1, 2, 3, and your potions are bound to 4 and 5. Which ordinarily would be fine, but it's kind of counterintuitive to some of the things that I try and do and try and build.
They are touched by the spirits.
Okay, it looks like we are going to move towards Parasite.
Out of my way.
Currently tanking the Parasite, so I'm going to back out, undo a little bit of the damage I've been taking. Back out again, come back in. And so this is going to, what it's going to do is give us some super moves, which are really nice. And then I'm going to throw my ult into this area. Throw some kill pressure down.
An enemy has been slain.
Work got done on that individual. We need to pick an area to push. Oh, that was extremely unfortunate.
Enemy triple kill. Enemy killing spree.
So hypothetically, oh no, did I build? I built 2 abolitions. I should sell that. Maybe instead. I don't know, we'll try it. We'll go with Clarity. Fuck it. I don't know what it does. We'll try it out. I have 35 seconds to go. I'm really, really enjoying this. Part of me doesn't even care that there isn't a tutorial because I'm just having a good time. I'm just having a good time. I'm killing shit. I have 7 whole kills. I don't remember getting 7 kills in
Enemy is
Dota
relentless.
or League or fucking Warcraft, anything, until I was like
Back in action.
max level and ballsed out to fuck, right? Whatever that means.
Your spirit well is under
Okay, they
attack.
are working on attacking
They won't know what
through our stuff here. I gotta clear out some of these minions.
time to earn my key. His fire mark.
Your spirit well is under attack.
Otherwise, we're going to
An
be
ally
in
has
a lot
been
of
slain.
trouble. Oh, I gotta be careful.
You have been slain.
That was a mistake.
Double kill.
And now you can see my death timer is sitting
The
at
enemy
70
captured your
seconds.
spirit well.
So what I'm going to do in the meantime, if not enough of them are dead, which I can't actually see on here. I'm going to try and capture as much of the action as I can. Again, all of these orbs create this guy to do a different ability for damage.
Your
I
binding
don't
has
know
been
exactly
destroyed.
what all of the orbs do, but I do know that they have to kill all of the orbs in order to be able to attack our creature, our nexus, our whatever we're going to call it. And so if there's something they need to take down in particular in order to continue to fight the team without drawing aggro from this guy, they can attack that specific orb. Again, this is something you will probably want to learn about the game before you try and play it competitively at all, again, since right now it is an open
An
beta.
enemy has been shut
And
down.
your options are bring a team or play random ranked ladder solo queue like I am right
No
now.
time for a nap. I need a horse.
And just hope, whatever you do, that you get teammates that are as friendly as mine are.
I've got the clear shot.
I'll let them know as quickly as possible that I'm very new to the game. I don't know what abilities do things
Your
to
team has
minions,
captured a spirit well.
what items are best to
An enemy has
try
been
and
slain.
fend things off, but right now I am on base defense. So far everybody seems courteous. I have no doubt that the community will change as time goes on. And I do
An ally
believe these
has been
things
shut
regen
down.
their health. Yes, they in fact do. Alright, I do have more kills than some people on the enemy team, so I assume
An
that I'm
enemy
doing well.
has been slain. An ally has been slain. An enemy binding has been destroyed.
My team is pushing, and I am holding back D.
An ally has been slain.
So I'm holding D and I'm going to push top,
Later we'll
because that seems like a natural strategy. I'm going to go ahead and do my best to push these minions out.
I'll take care of it. Time to go to work. Better like that.
So that pierces through
Kraken's
minions.
cage.
That's neat. They want to group up and try Parasite again.
Clear it
Cool
back.
with that.
Allied killing spree.
Evacuate!
An ally has been shut
I'm running away.
down. The enemy has slain the parasite.
Okay, so the enemy's got the Parasite, which means they essentially get these super minions again. Which I can deal with. I'm going to go ahead and try and fuck with their resources as much as possible.
Time to earn
Take
my
down
key.
some of their resource generation.
No, but not yet.
Killing spree.
There we go. I am I'm on a killing spree, ladies and gentlemen. I think I jumped a bunch of kills that I was unaware of for a minute or two there. Oops, I gotta get back on this thing, wait for the blue to cross all the way, kind of like playing League of Legends on Dominion.
Your team has captured a spirit well.
And there we go. And now I've got to make my way
An
back
enemy has been slain.
and slay some enemies.
It's jammed. Can't rush greatness. In a minute. Take a look.
Oh, so close.
Time to go to work.
So close to getting that. Again, still getting used to the keybinds and all of that. I think we're making good progress this game.
An enemy
Technically
has
have
been
a
slain.
positive KDA, so that's good. We've been gaining resources, so that also is good. But it is high time we got this binding / turret / tower / kick your game. I'm gonna kill it. Whatever.
Enemy binding has been
There we
destroyed.
go. Now we're getting somewhere.
I'm working on it.
Whoops, wrong button.
Prime and ready. I'll take care of it. Can't do it.
Whoops, I forget that is.
Enemy double kill. Your team has captured a spirit well.
Well, let's not do that again. So let's see. We have a distraction for 60 plus power. We have a top level assimilation. We have a destruction. We have a rage, and we need. Oh. I think a finesse.
An enemy has been slain.
This is a 50-minute
double
game so far. Sorry, I'm trying to learn as I play here.
An enemy has been slain.
That was beautiful. I do know that since the enemy took the parasite, it's kind of like taking down inhibitors
An
in
enemy
League would be
has been
grants
slain.
you super minions. As well as, again, specific buffs that will help you out during the game. And so right now, they took down an orb. Or whatever you want to call it. So I'm going to go do my best to defend against this right now. Get these lanes pushed back out again. So we are very technically behind. We are catching up on kills. We are catching up on currency. As you can see, we control 1, 2, 3 out of the nodes right now. Which is hugely important to the currency that they build. As you can see the currency right there, that is the amount that they are earning. And that is the amount that we are earning, and we are triple that currently. So that's absolutely fantastic. But what we need to do is actually be able to snowball that, but because they've got the kills, they also have the gold.
Your team has captured a spirit
over
well.
us. And now that we have all of them, you can see we've moved from 63 to 0. The question is, what can we actually do? They have an advantage over our base currently. And they also have an advantage in that it seems like a few of their people know how to play their champions. Where a few of ours, myself, do not. And are kind of learning as we go.
Right and ready. Can't rush greatness.
Oops, that was my Zonias, quote unquote. This is me throwing a bunch of stuff like, oh no, and I didn't use my secondary port properly, but at least Das Moonbat was able to get something out of it. He is going to go down.
An ally
There
has been
it
shut
is.
down.
I'm here.
And death timers, unfortunately, at this point are reaching the 70+ second mark, which makes it very difficult. One thing that concerns me a little bit is that it looks like we are approaching maximum build level.
An ally
And so I'm not necessarily certain how some of the itemization versus the builds work. Again, I know that the builds you can do in your quote-unquote runes and masteries area hey, / all has worked. Trying to have a little bit of fun with the enemy team here, especially knowing that I got 10 kills against them. Yeah, the runes and masters are really cool because they actually create kind of a
An ally has been slain.
I don't really know how to say it, but there's a certain puzzle environment to it. It's extremely customizable compared to the League system,
It's fall will
which
be
I
19
consider
indeed.
extremely customizable. It looks like we're going to move towards the Parasite again.
I'm on it.
But this is a totally different game than those other ones, which I appreciate. I know there's also warding possible.
Your spirit well is under attack.
Which I haven't seen yet, or I haven't actually used myself.
Got the clear shot. Stop! Don't push too fast.
An enemy has been slain.
There we go. Yeah, buddy, we took that para. Look at that.
An ally has been slain.
Alright, that's cool.
The enemy captured
well.
your spirit well.
Okay, they captured our spirit well back, which means they should actually be gaining some form of currency, but it currently shows that they're at 0.
I'm going. Clear a path. Can't do it.
Whoops, that is far too many people.
An ally has been slain.
Can't save you, bro.
Enemy double kill.
Whoops, that was
An ally has
such
been
speed,
slain.
so OP. We are at a 90-second revival now, which is ridiculous to think about. I have no empty slots for this item. I'm running distraction. What does ruin give me? That's horrible because it feels like I'm maxed out on items. So I think that this is something that they're going to have to distinguish in this game. I feel like you can reach your max build too early. They are working on the base extremely hardcore. But I feel like this is something you're going to have to work on with this game, simply because of the fact that it feels like you reach or can reach your maximum items at about level 30 or about 30 minutes in, which isn't terrible. That's actually standard for MOBA games. However, these games, as far as I understand, have a tendency to go towards an hour or so, just because of the fact that you've actually got to kill all of these orbs before you can do any damage to the cores, before you can do any damage to these guys.
Enemy has been slain.
And
Enemy killing spree.
In a minute.
An enemy binding has been destroyed.
see if I can get another kill. There we go, I got another kill.
Double kill.
Oh, look at that. GG Calibius double kill. Did it matter at all? Triple kill. Oh no, he didn't get it. These orbs will regenerate. By the by.
They won't know what hit them.
We're going to not pass that surrender. I don't believe in surrendering. Even in League, even in Dota, any of that. Shit. I don't believe in surrendering. If you fail, then you should learn from your mistakes. And since this is my very first game, and I honestly have a better KDA than a good majority of my team, which is ridiculous.
The enemy captured your spirit well.
It is it's just a matter of learning. It's a matter of figuring things out. And we do honestly have a good chance of winning this game.
I'm on it.
The max level builds are something I'm very concerned about. I think that you get them too early, so I'm very concerned that their itemization is something that's going to have to change.
Enemy killing spree. An enemy has been shut down.
Oh, there we go. Good job. Oh, I'm gonna die to this turret. And now I have a 97-second fucking death timer. There we go. But look at, you see the currency that I've got down here at 57.98. And you see the build that I'm at. I am maxed in offensive items currently. Again, this isn't beta, but I'm maxed in offensive items. And I've been maxed in offensive items since about
An ally has been
5
slain.
minutes in, so I'm sitting here garnering this currency and not having anywhere to put it other than buying stacks and stacks and stacks of potions, which I honestly am too lazy to hit numbers 4 and 5 to use.
Your team has captured a spirit well.
Much like League, this is very punishing for teams that die later in the game. Teams that are behind that all of a sudden
An ally has been slain.
with a minute and a half death timers are going to be able to push in. As you can see in this base, maybe you can't see because of fog of war, we already got this portion of their base down, right?
Your
And there's
spirit
all
well
of this
is
left to
under
go.
attack.
However, in my base,
Your guardian
all
is
of
under
these
attack.
are down. And we're still waiting on them to regenerate. These bars hit all the way to the max. So I'm going to rush out like
The enemy has been slain.
Next time,
and I'm going to do my level
Enemy
best to
captured
get
your
some
spirit
massive
well.
killing done.
Okay. Hands up. On my mind.
Without dying again, and then I go 101 second death timer.
it's of my favorite.
Write them out.
I mean, apologize to my team because I was
Enemy
outplayed
killing
there.
spree.
I changed my direction when I
An
shouldn't
ally
have.
has been
When I should
slain.
have actually swung around and come in from behind.
An ally has been slain. Your team has been annihilated. Your guardian is under attack.
Here's a legitimate. There you go. Our guardian is done for. I'm going to throw out the customary GG, and that was it.
Your
We're just
team
going to get
has
sucked
been
down
defeated.
into the whirlpool and
Well, you
die.
can't have
And
everything.
there is
Where did you
the
put it, huh?
defeat. And there is my poor little bastard. Dead. Not knowing the real lore, I don't know. I'm going to give everybody karma though. Karma, by the way, you get a short while on the screen until this time bar runs out to grant certain people karma, kind of like honor in League of Legends. And that karma can be used to unlock certain items later in the game. I had a ridiculously good KDA compared to the majority of people on my team versus the enemy team as well. My karma actually reached grand level. Oh my gosh. My very first game I came just short of Exalted, and I don't know again how standard that is. But gaining those things actually gets you a plethora of options. The higher you get, the more things you get to unlock. So I'm hoping I get something good. I click on the egg. I got 60 Destiny, and you don't have to choose. I got 60 Destiny, a blue Spirit Stone of Mastery, and a blue Spirit Stone of Wisdom. And again, I will maybe go into in the next video exactly how those Mastery and Spirit, how the Spirit Stones in general work. Next video may be simply a tutorial on just how those items work in general. But thanks for watching. Thanks for watching my silence and frustration as I tried to get my very first win in my very first game. And I think I did pretty decently. I had a positive KDA, so that's always good. That's a good start to any game, especially when you're trying to play. And